Hi, I'm Tim, and thank you very much for visiting my website. I'm just really conscious that when we visit sites, we tend to get bombarded with a lot of words. So I thought it might be an idea just to put together a quick video, really to introduce myself and explain what it is that I actually do. So look, I'm really conscious that over the last, 5 or 10 years, the UK has become awash with business coaches and business consultants and mentors. And it must be very difficult as a business leader or a business owner to actually decide who to bring in and who to talk to you about potentially improving your business. Well, I've actually been business coaching and consulting in different capacities now since the late 1990s, and I've worked with a wide range of organisations, really anything from family businesses up to subsidiaries of large international companies and PLCs. In that time, I've also done quite a lot of voluntary work, actually, including schools and colleges. So what I've actually done is, because I had all that experience, I've pretty much fine-tuned a package that I believe works really well for companies. Also, over the last 20 years, I've actually been buying, developing and selling my own businesses. So I'm not actually relying just on, idealistic theory. I've actually been there and I've done it. And this, of course, has given me a really, really good grounding as a business coach and consultant. And I use this experience naturally with my clients to help them increase profitability, work less hours, and generally reduce headaches and stress within the company. So how do I actually do it? Well, there's 4 key areas really. First of all, it's by adding perspective and bringing perspective into the company. I can't really emphasize how important it is for you to have a third-party perspective on your company. We can't be truly objectives ourselves. So what you need someone to come in who's going to be honest and who's got an unbiased view and don't have preconceived ideas about your company or even the sector that you're in. Secondly, I support my clients. So what I mean by that, well, I can bring ideas into the company. I'll have opinions on what you're doing already. I can bring tools in. I can motivate you. And of course, I'm a shoulder to cry on as well. And sometimes that's all we need. Number 3 is learning. Over the years, I've of course collated many tools and strategies, documents and systems that I can actually bring into your company and help implement. And finally, number 4 is accountability. And this is a big one. And I've realised over the years that everybody needs an element of accountability. And so what I mean by that is actually just getting you to do what you need to do to get where you want to be. Because what happens is life gets in the way, and let's live in the real world here. And this is why high flyers like Richard Branson and the sports people and actors and people like that have mentors, because a large part of what they do is actually holding them accountable. Now, another thing that's interesting is that I tend to see, and I have done for years, the same issues coming up again and again within organisations. And they really revolve around either time, team, money, or operations. So examples of this are planning. Let's start with planning. Most companies out there do not have sufficient planning in place. And without it, really all you are is a cork sort of bobbing around in the ocean. And what you're doing is you're hoping that the winds and the tides are going to get you to where you want to be. Well, look, this is not a strategy. Money's another one. It's a big part of business, obviously. A lot of business owners are worried about the revenue, the money coming in, the profit margins, for example. Cash flow is another one, and of course a lot of business actually is actually just getting the money to come in, actually going out and collecting it. Time management, of course, is another big one, and I see all the time business owners, senior managers, right down to the staff who are just firefighting all the time. They're not very proactive. And as a business owner or a senior manager, you should be working on the business, not in the business, which is what I see so often. Management's another real big one. Common areas there include getting the company structure right and making sure that the roles and responsibilities are right within the company. And also performance management, and also communication is a big one here. Team building and engagement, that's the next one. Most businesses are really, really quick to hire people, but they're really, really slow to fire people. So have we actually got the right people in the right seats? And are they fully engaged? Do they actually have direction, and are they motivated? Sales and marketing, another big one. Yes, we've got websites now, but are we actually directing people towards the websites? Do we have a marketing plan? How are we doing with that? And sales, of course, is the backbone of any business. So what's your sales process look like? What are your targets set at? How are you managing the performance of your salespeople and whether those targets are being met? Next would be customer service and product delivery. Consistency is key here. Are you nurturing your existing clients? They reckon it's around 6 to 8 times easier to get or make a sale from an existing client than it is a new client. So it makes no sense at all to go gangbusters and actually going after new business if you're not maximising your existing clients. Of course not. And finally, I guess operations, which again covers a wide range, but I guess what we're talking about here is systems. Have you got robust systems in your company or your organisation? Because at the end of the day, your business is a collection of systems that you're paying your team to run. So if you haven't got them in place or they're not running correctly, it's going to cause havoc with the smooth running of your operation, and it will cause stress. So what we want is that we want you to be running the business, not the business to be running you. So anyway, that gives you an idea of what I do. So a bit about me. Well, I guess you've heard, plenty of times you've heard about people talking about their values. And I guess maybe like me, I was a number of years ago, I thought, that all sounds a wee bit fluffy. But actually, over the years, I've got to understand what my values are, my core values, what makes me tick. And actually, when you understand them yourself and you actually start implementing them within your business and actually within your personal life, things actually do get a little bit easier. So mine are, first of all, authenticity. I'm a very genuine person. I'm not into bullshit at all. I'm not trying to impress people. What you see is what you get. I want to help you and your organisation, and if I do that successfully, I get the warm fuzzies and you get the warm fuzzies. That's it. Second one is integrity. It's really important to me that I do what I say I'm going to do. Honesty as well is extremely important, and being completely transparent. And the third one is fun. I'm a great believer in having fun and enjoying life. They say that we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. And I totally believe that. And I see absolutely no reason at all why we should not be having really good fun and enjoying running our businesses. So look, that's pretty much it from me. I shall stop now. Have a look around the rest of the website, and that'll give you a good idea of what I can do and how I can help. And then, by all means, please do get in touch. I think down there is a contact form that you can fill in, and up there is probably my phone number and my email address. And get in touch, and what we can do is arrange a 20-30 minute phone or video call, really just to check if we're singing off the same page. I'd really love to hear from you, and don't forget, this is your first step in making the change you need to get where you want to be. So thanks again, and have a great day.